Hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and if you've been following my Wizard of Legend performance, you would know that it's not going so good. I am getting bodied way more than I probably should be. Sorry. But that doesn't mean that everything is just trash. And while I figure out how I want to do this, I'll probably put on the shift robe. So, the other day I decided to just go on a run unrecorded, probably a mistake, and I actually did manage to clear a run. So now we have chaotic echoes. Let me show you what that looks like. It's a very odd dash attack, but I'm willing to give it a try. So, with that in mind, let's set up the rest of our build here. Let's actually, instead of just going for a critical hit build, let's... Decreases cooldowns, increases run speed. Works for me. Yep, we'll continue to take the diadem, as that thing is a beast. Alright, God, I hate Obsidian Splitter. Actually, I shouldn't say hate. What I dislike is just how slow it is. But I mean, does it do its job? Yes. Alright, so we're going to take Fiery Yo-Yo. We'll use something a bit more mid to close range. That might be a mistake, but at the same time, you can't just keep running the same few spells all the time. Spark Array. And what do we put in this spot? If we're looking for something mid to close range, oh, might just run Inferno Beam actually. Actually, on second thought, probably not. Dragon Blast is usually reliable. Though I'm not 100% that that's what I want to use. What you're currently seeing is someone being paralyzed with choices. Don't get me wrong, this is a good thing. Not all the time in life do you have the option to say, I had too many choices, I had no idea. It's just, man. So I'm noticing a problem with this setup, and that is that I have a lot of things that stagger and stun, but not a lot of heavy damage dealers. So, let me look for something that's... Yeah, let's try that. What's the worst that can happen? I lose another run? Oh no, not that. Not like that hasn't happened in a while. Alright, Water, the Wonder Twins, and Shu. Because of course it would be Shu, why wouldn't it? Alright, so as for the spells that I'm going to be looking for along the way... Oh, whoops. Okay, that was a very generous hitbox on that spike. Okay. Yeah, what a way to start the run. Thanks, guys. Yeah, you like treasure? Here's a tax for you. Okay, well, strictly because of what I know is coming up, I'm taking the bouncing bubbles. I'm gonna put them on right bumper. Alright, so, not a great start so far. I do like this fiery yo-yo, but same time, I feel like I'm either getting really unlucky, or like maybe for some reason everything I know about this game needs to be put down the toilet, because I am doing just awfully. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to slow it down a little bit. And take stock of what I know about this game. You can't just always blame everything else for runs going poorly. Sometimes you just gotta stop and go, hey, maybe this is my fault. Maybe the path that I'm taking isn't working because I'm doing stupid things. Maybe instead of charging in like a nearsighted rhino, maybe what I need to do is slow down and play a little bit more intelligently. You ever think about that? You ever think about doing something the right way? Who even knows if that's necessarily the right way? But it's gotta be better than just blaming everything else when I run into a room and get bodied. I do like the nice quick frame data of this fiery yo-yo, though. I think I may have said that the last time I picked this weapon up, but I'm gonna repeat myself. This move is got a lot of control to it. It's a very odd combination of a projectile that only really doesn't go very far, but it does what it does quickly. Like, it's all the things that I love about the Tracer Barrage, just, you know, shorter range. Hits on the way out and on the way back in. It's just good stuff. It's just good stuff. And I also noticed that I still haven't found Anders' shop. Anders, what are you doing? Why are you hiding? I'm not hiding, no. There we go. There's Anders' shop. Alright, sir, what do you have for me? Well, this is going to come into almost immediate use, just thanks to the rapid-fire nature of the fiery yo-yo. I do very much like Spark Array as a signature. It's long-lasting, it's wide-ranging, and it has a wonderful effect on both bosses and regular mobs. Spark Array, Elmer Fudd, perfect. Spark Array, you get my vote of confidence. And my axe! So look at that, because of how long Spark Array just sits out, ready to do damage, managed to get that guy on a rebound. Oh, and again! Oh, I found a combo. Spark Array plus Tidal Blast. Victories are to be had. At least I hope so. I hope I can keep this momentum going, but we've seen that my general ability to play this game is apparently not so great anymore. But maybe it's also maybe part of the problem is, you know, needing to relearn what I learned from my time with the original release. Maybe it's not necessarily that I'm awful, it's that I haven't relearned the rules. Enemies are more dangerous, they have more tools, so I need to step it up. What is this? Shattering Strike? It's more close range than it is mid-range. Not that I'm really following any particular template. I don't know, I think before I spend any money on either that or potentially Knockout Boulder, I need to see what Anders has for sale. God, I love bouncing bubbles. And they may have nerfed it from 5 bubbles down to 4, but that hasn't changed the usefulness of the move. Bouncing bubbles is still great. Also, considering where this game started and how long it took them to really get an update going, I'm honestly surprised that there even is an update to talk about. I'm not saying that to disparage the developers. I just didn't really think that they were going to update the game much. Now, after Sky Palace and Thundering Keep, there's a lot more to this game than there used to be, like by a country mile. No, get away from me, you shotgun-spewing bubble butt. And that's one thing I really need to be aware of, is that I don't have to run around the elemental summoners' minions. I can just keep attacking them. It's not always the smartest idea, but better than letting him shoot them. Anders, why is your shop so hard to find? No, you don't get to Aqua Breaker me, you jerk. Okay, that was my fault. Wasn't ready for them. Oh, you always seem to want to set up shop in the middle of goddamn nowhere. Alright, so I look at this and I think, you know, chance of reducing cooldowns by half on Arcana use is nice, but that's why you get a bunch of Arcana, is because you want to mitigate the cooldowns. Now that is one of my problems though, is cooldowns, so I'm thinking about that, but I think just because I do have multiple Water Arcana on me, maybe I'll just take Shiva's water bottle and call it good. The other thing I need to remember is that I'm already wearing a robe that's designed to cut cooldowns. So, yeah. Probably don't need that. So now the only question is, do I buy this Shattering Strike? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna save my money. We've got an Arcana coming up after beating Freya. Let's see if she drops me anything good. Alright. Alright, so now her signature is ready to go, and we'll see her cast it right about now. Except for this time, I'm plenty prepared for it. Ow. Okay, so you got me once. You and your ice sword. Well, now I'm thinking I probably should have purchased that Shattering Strike. I know, right, buddy? Yeah, Cecil's trying to tell me that I made a mistake. Yeah, okay, I get it. I made a mistake. Well, hopefully Iris has something good for me on this floor, then. Because, yeah, getting, in my opinion, one of the worst dash arcanas in the game out of that boss. Yeah, not good. And of course, on the Thunder stage, one of my best tools, this Sparking Array, isn't going to quite work out so well because the special enemies are immune to shock. Okay, that room was interesting. Oh yes, give me that Sidewinder's badge. Whenever you see Sidewinder's badge, that should just be a near automatic purchase. I can think of no basic in the game that isn't improved with that secondary hit. And basics that move particularly quickly, like, well, Fiery Yo-Yo, yeah, definitely worth it. Alright. Nocturne, I don't really want to gamble with either Tidal Blast or Bouncing Bubbles. Right now, those spells are helping me out a lot. Here's the boss chamber. So as far as the Saga of the Laundry is concerned, my clothes are currently in the dryer. Okay, yeah, we definitely need another Arcana. I should have picked up the Shattered Strike. Oh well, you know what they say about hindsight? They say hindsight should have ordered a small pizza. Is that what they really say about hindsight? Yeah, well, you're never gonna know, are you? Dang, you could always just Google it if you actually don't know the phrase, but I mean, it'd be funnier for me if you just took my word for it. Hindsight should have ordered the small pizza. I don't know, it doesn't sound correct. There's Iris. I hope you have something good to sell me, because, yeah, Spark Array not stunning these guys is a problem. And you don't, but, you know. I think I will take Oddish Charge, though. If nothing else, it's at least Earth Element. And it does give me a nice, generous shield to use to plow into things with. Ah, you thought you had me. You forgot about my yo-yo. You shouldn't have had to keep track of the yo-yo. It's not a weapon to begin with. Ancient China would like to disagree with you, sir. Alright. Apparently, I get the feeling there's nothing up there that's worth my time, so let's just go ahead and chart this one through to the end. Alright. So as much as I hate the rogue enemies, for some reason that boss is one of the easiest bosses in the game. I can't explain why. I generally don't have tons of problems with counter rogue. I cannot say the same thing about Burst Mage and especially a level 3 Strafe Archer. Also notice for both of these floors I've been fighting my urge to go immediately to the right. There's no reason for that. You just, you know, just seemed like a smart idea. Go away. Damn Lancers. And if you'll notice, the right doesn't seem to be going very well for me anyway. But I mean, that's also based on a sample size of 1 turn. Maybe work with a better sample size, idiot. Perfect. I do like that Tidal Blast, the initial part of Tidal Blast acts like a shield. Oh, trying to fire projectiles at me? My Tidal Blast thinks otherwise. Oh, God. Alright, that works. It's funny, I'm finding all these things that are meant to lower my cool... Iris. Get better spells. Seriously. It's funny, I'm finding all these things that are meant to allow me to cast my spells faster, when that's the entire reason I chose the robe that I did. Also, rip Hulk blob stats. Strats, not stats. Hey, you got anything good for me? I'm gonna say at this point in the game, it's probably not a good idea for any of those. Right now, I kind of need to rely on the drops, and also apparently there was a... Yeah, give me that. Augur of Poetry. Increases resistance to earth-based attacks? Well, I know that Atlas isn't a part of this. And that might make it seem completely useless, but I mean, Sura also uses earth-based attacks, so I can definitely see a use for this. Alright, taking a lot of stupid damage. Need to find some health pickups. So I don't want to spend the money on a health potion. Not on the second floor, that just seems like a waste. There we go, much better. Yeah, Iris has just been selling me straight up garbage. Like, seriously, woman. Like, you could sell me an upgrade to Tidal Blast, or you could sell me an upgrade to the Bubbles. That's not great. Adds a chance to evade while at low health. I'll buy that. Honestly, the relics haven't exactly been anything to write home about either. I'll buy those just because they're on sale, but honestly, we need better. We deserve better. Been a loyal customer of yours now for a whole 20 minutes. Birds! What are you guys upset about? I know you guys really want my attention, but I have to try to not die. I have to be an important wizard right now. Okay, so we done with the minions now? Alright, that could have gone worse. Could have also gone better, though, so, you know, we'll see. Hey. Oh, Riku, are you upset that Cecil went to get a snack? Is that what's going on there? You just feel like everyone's ignoring you? Hi. How you doing, honey? I got a boss to fight now. Yep, that's it. Wonder Twins, activate! The most important part of their design, of course, is still the lightning bolt ponytail. Alright, now that I know that when they summon those traps they can be hurt, makes this a lot easier. Oh, that was really dumb. There we go. Alright. Alright, so after some time of having the lightning twin, the Thunder Wonder twins, I now say that Bolt Rail. I want to stick with this, just because it's what I've been working with from the beginning. Also, it's going to be more effective against Shu. But after some time of having them in the game, I don't think they're actually all that difficult. Oh, finally an upgrade to Tidal Blast. Jeez, seriously, it took me long enough. There we go. Alright, this feels a little bit better on my health. It would have felt even better if I hadn't taken a bunch of damage. Boss room, okay. It's nice, but I don't really want to use my... There we go. Take that. There are two things that I'm sensing I need pretty soon. 1, a bathroom break. 2, dinner. Ah. So another thing that I think is going to help out my ability a lot is understanding the new things that were added to the game, because there's still a number of things that I'm coming to grips with, namely the new rooms. A lot of the new rooms I don't quite understand how work, and I find myself charging headlong into just a giant mass melee. And for the most part, unless you have a good strategy to work with or know the lay of the land, yeah, you're not going to do well on like a 1 versus 8 scenario. The mooks in this game can pile on a lot of damage. Ah! Yeah, because they don't hit stun, those Hulk blobs can be more dangerous than at first they seem. Sorry, just because they don't have a ton of health doesn't mean they can't do some damage. Yes, I will take the Vampire Fangs. Not only does that make my health a little bit closer to maximum, as strained. Like, I shouldn't be seeing that as a positive, because I did just reduce my maximum from 5 to 3. But it's also going to make my health a bit more sustainable. I just hope that doesn't end up being a bad thing against Sura. Yeah, we're gonna double armor it. So now we're wearing this strange, like, red bone plate, like, Maximilian suit of armor. Oh, you suck. There we go. Alright, that's looking better. Wait, who is that a portrait of? This random laughing, smiling guy. Who is that? Who is that? Who are you? By the way, yes, I'm aware that many of those people in the portraits are Kickstarter backers, so it's more of a rhetorical question. It's just, it looks really funny in comparison to the photos that are up there. Curses! Anytime I think I have an opportunity to land a blow, I just end up backfiring because of Mr. I don't hit stunt. Alright, so now I can start looking over things and dropping relics that aren't going to be that helpful for me if I find something better. Well, definitely... What is the improvement to Aegis Charge? Durability, damage, and speed. Alright, I'll take that. Would have preferred an improvement to bouncing bubbles, but an improvement is an improvement. Okay, I don't know what weird knockback glitch is happening with this spell, but it's been working out in my favor so far, so shit, I'll take it. Hold on. Let's go this way. Is there a combat room over here? No, there isn't. Okay, at the end of this floor, Golden Armor of Envy is definitely a good choice. Okay, seriously, what is that knockback glitch? Okay, could your hitboxes not be the size of Minneapolis, thank you? Okay, what is this room? Okay, not... Wait, what? Now there's guys over here? By the way, this is sort of what I meant when I said that I get bodied by rooms that I don't understand. I did not know that not only was that going to be a battle room at all, but also that once I opened that treasure chest, there'd be two more elemental archers just waiting to have their way with me. And yes, that did sound wrong. So part of what I need to do in order to maintain a somewhat decent skill level at this game is I need to understand the battle runes a little bit better. Perfect. Wind robes. Just what I wanted. That was a mistake, by the way. That could have been a mimic. If that were a mimic, I would have just eaten a bunch of damage right to the face. Don't mess with my shield now. I really don't. You see, you have a very hard time getting through it. There we go. What are you, Chaos Visor? I don't care. Oh, except for it now. Okay, so Chaos Visor used to be just straight up trash, but now that I see him, now it has a chance to increase the critical hit chance of projectile arcana. Okay, that's big. That Chaos Visor actually does something now, which means I can do critical hit projectile builds now. Okay, so I learned something today. Chaos Visor. It could be good. Not gonna say is, I'm not gonna just straight up say, oh, it's great now, but, I mean, it has potential now. Before, I just ignored it. Is that weird knockback glitch again? Is that a glitch, or is that the effect of one of the cabbie's items? Now that I think about it. Because, you know, thinking about it a second time, that might just be the effect of one of the cabbie's items. Okay, I think I'm going to alter the plan a little bit. Very nice. All right. Wait, what? Alright, too much crap here. Okay, oh my god, stop. Yeah, this is why I don't like high-level Burst Mage. Again, it's not even necessarily him, it's just a combination of him and his minions creates so many distractions on the screen. Like, seriously, you're taking up too much real estate! My eyes can't see everything! Or rather, they can, but generally only moments before it hits me in the face. God, I hate Shu so much. And that's it. Yep, dead. Oh, maybe not. So box escape key actually did its job. And now there's almost no chance I'm going to beat Sura now because Shu is just that damn unfair. But at least we have a chance. No reason to give up just because things get a little difficult. Oh, hey, taking those guys out is worth health, thanks to Vampire Fangs. Alright, so here's hoping that I have what it takes. Hey, I'm dumb. It's kind of dumb, but I'm kind of hoping that he summons his minions so I can get some health off of them. But so long as I play it carefully, I should be okay. That was the opposite of carefully. I got too greedy. That was my own fault. I saw exactly what I did there. I was trying to take him out too quickly. Alright, well, it's good to know that I can take out his minions for extra health, but yeah, chalk that up to I didn't quite understand all the rooms I was going into. And like I said before, all it takes is one quick mistake for things to go wrong. I want to quick see something. Does that count as an offensive relic now? Or is it still a miscellaneous relic? Apparently, even the game doesn't know what it is. Slightly increases all damage dealt. Hold on, that's nice too. Okay, very slightly, but yes, it does. Okay, where is it? Am I just blind? Is it a defensive relic? Some things have been moved around. I just want to see how much it raises your critical hit rate by. I don't think it's asking too much. Sure, someone's gonna be screaming at me, "It's right there, you dumbass!" Okay, I'm seriously having a hard time finding this. Am I really just this dumb? Don't answer that question. Hey, you told me, Darksage, you're the one that can't beat a Wizard of Legend run. There it is. 6%. Okay, so it's not a major improvement, but, you know, if it just happens to be what you're starting with, you know, not bad. Alright, that's going to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching.